that something is changing in our world today? The fact that we have well over 100 people right here in the middle of a day on a Tuesday, guys, this is beautiful. We are seeing change in Texas and in our country. Our young generation is the generation that will truly make sure we see an end to abortion. Now, when I started the pro-life group at SMU my freshman year, I was inspired by the reasons why so many young people stepped forward to be active in the movement. Yes, for many people, we've been taught since we were young about the dignity of the human person. But more than that, our generation grew up in a time where abortion has always been legal. We've been told that abortion is necessary for women's health. We've been told that it's not going away, so just deal with it. If you don't want an abortion, don't have one yourself. But guess what? Our generation has accepted that, but then gone on to see the hurt, the pain that abortion has caused. Our generation knows what it's like to sit with our parents and watch them torn apart over an abortion they had 10 years before. Our generation knows what it's like to sit with our cousins who now are never able to have children again because of medical complications from the abortion. Our generation knows what it's like to be missing siblings, to be in a room with 30 people and wondering who would those other 10 people have been. And our generation knows what it's like to sit down with a friend who, being 16 years old, is told that the only thing she can do in her pregnancy is have an abortion, and to watch that friend cry because she knows and she feels in her heart, if I take the life of my baby, I feel like I don't deserve to live either. Our generation has seen the hurt and the pain that abortion brings, and we say no more. We say that abortion is a faulty product. Planned Parenthood is filled with nothing but empty promises, and we reject that. No more, not in our lifetime. We will see this ended. We know that Planned Parenthood's lies, that they support women, that they bring care and compassion to women, is nothing but an empty statement. They say that women are empowered by abortion, empowered by this obscure notion of reproductive liberty. Well, I hope someone from Planned Parenthood could come and take notes, because I'm going to teach you, you do not empower women, Planned Parenthood, by subjecting her to making the choice between the life of her child and her own well-being. Woo! Planned Parenthood, you do not empower women by subjecting them to a procedure where they're lying down on a table, feet up in stirrups, and their bodies invaded by needles, by forceps, by suction devices. In what universe is that a position of power for a woman to be in? Now that we know some of the dirtier schemes that Planned Parenthood is playing, Planned Parenthood, you do not empower women by manipulating abortion procedures to be able to make profits off of the sale of her child's organs, off of the heart and liver and lungs of her own child. And lastly, Planned Parenthood, you do not empower women by exploiting a woman's time of crisis in order to further profits and draw a harder revenue line. And in case anyone's questioning that, because we hear all the time, Planned Parenthood's a nonprofit, they care about bringing healthcare to women, then I would ask why, after HB2 was passed, so many Planned Parenthood clinics shut down when they could have continued to operate had they just not done abortion procedures anymore. Parenthood does not empower women. We know what true empowerment is now. Our generation has seen it, and we know that we empower women not by making them feel like it's a good thing to turn their back on their child, but by meeting their needs, by providing and helping them to rise up to their circumstances and make the best decisions for themselves and for their children. Lastly, I just want to encourage each one of us here. Today there was a third video that was released by the Center for Medical Progress. This third video is probably the most gruesome of them all, very disturbing to watch. And what you see is actually the abortion workers sorting through, saying, this is the head, these are the legs, this is the heart. I want to encourage you. Yes, this is evil, but do not look away from the evidence. Do not look away from what is going on right before our very eyes. Every time that we see those messages, every time we open that video, what we are seeing are hearts that once were beating. We're watching the abortion workers sift through legs that will never walk down the wedding aisle, and tossing around little tiny hands that no one will ever have the chance to hold. If this does not wake us up to the truth of what abortion is, then I don't know what will. But I believe that we are seeing it, and that we here are ready to make a change and ready to see justice. We are now ready to demand that the government does not fund organizations which treats human life like a commodity. We are ready to see our government back out and stop this atrocity of supporting businesses that take advantage and betray women.
Amen.
And lastly, we are ready to see the day where Planned Parenthood is gone for good, where women no longer feel subjected to the crime and the pain of abortion, and we will stand strong for this. We will not back down until we see that day of justice in America.